Single-use plastic packaging is one of the key challenges facing major brands and retailers in 2023, and there's a few reasons for this. So one is the impact. So there's a huge impact in terms of pollution that comes from single-use plastic packaging, both in terms of leakage into the environment and into waterways. And also we export a lot of our waste. So we're exporting a lot of single-use plastic packaging to countries that have even worse waste management infrastructures than we do. It's also a huge challenge in terms of consumer pressure. So consumers are really asking retailers and brands to do something about all of the single-use plastic packaging that ends up in their homes. And lastly, there's going to be a lot of incoming regulatory change in the form of extended producer responsibility. So EPR is a new framework where businesses will be expected to pay the full cost of the management of the waste of the packaging that they create. So it's sort of a perfect storm of all of these issues that really means that brands and retailers need to take it seriously. The Refill Coalition is a coalition of leading retailers and a global logistics partner. And what we're doing is taking the concept of packaging-free shopping, so that's where a customer brings their own container down to a large hopper or dispenser in store to refill. And what we've done is we've redesigned the hopper into more of a beer keg solution. So it's a supply chain solution that the customer will never see. But the advantage of doing that means that the supplier, so for example, a cornflake supplier, can fill straight into that hopper. So there's no packaging coming out through the supply chain. And then it goes back into the supply chain and is cleaned and refilled once it's been used in the retailer's operations. So what that's going to do is massively reduce the complexity and the time that it takes currently for people to sell refills in store. So the reason that the Refill Coalition came about is because for reusable solutions to scale, we need solutions that entire supply chains can adopt and use, that are going to be standardized, and that's the way to bring the cost down so that it matches the cost of single-use plastic packaging. So really the Refill Coalition came about as this collaborative project that a group of retailers are going to set up, but then will be available to all of the industry and the independent sector as well once it's up and running. So we've always attended the UK food and drink shows, both when we were working with the independent sector and then also now that we're working with much larger brands. And to be honest, it's really invaluable for us. So I think you can do a certain amount online, but I think the best relationships and the best conversations happen when you're in person, and you can only really do that when you come to the show.